Hello again, fourth graders, and welcome to session 13 of our literary essay unit. Today we're going to focus on how we can use descriptions of an author's craft for evidence. In an earlier lesson, we talked about how ideas can be the okay kind, or they can be the kind that stop people in their tracks, the kind that make them go, whoa. The same is true for evidence. Your evidence can be the sort that makes people shrug, or it can be the kind that makes people pause, think, and say, yeah, you are right. Our goal today is that I want to teach you that literary essayists use not only what a text says, but how the text says it as evidence to support their claims. Writers use the fact that an author deliberately crafts a story or any text in ways that highlight the deeper meaning. What we're trying to look for is the whoa moment. One thing that essayists can do to find evidence that stops a reader in their tracks is to look not just at the big ideas of the text, but also to notice the way that, for example, Margaret Wilde uses literary devices. If we look at the book Fox as an example, one big idea that can be made about Fox is that Fox is poison because he destroys things. Well, instead of just looking at what Fox is doing, let's look at the language, specifically the literary devices the author uses to portray him. So as you go off to work today, begin by rereading your draft from the past few days and look for places where you could add evidence to your writing based on literary devices your author may have used. Our thinking should be this: why did the author use this language to portray these ideas? You should be thinking, why did you write the way you did for certain parts of your literary essay? Now, in today's session, you learned that it is important to notice not only what an author has written about, but also how that author has written, noting ways that the author's craft supports his or her message. Another way to notice what the author did do is to notice what the author didn't do intentionally. Sometimes the author will leave out things intentionally. Here's an example. I think Cynthia Rylant left out Gabriel's family to show how alone he is. Some kids have their family around them all of the time, but Gabriel isn't like that at all, and maybe that is why he is so lonely. So think about what you or your author from the story that you are using may have left out intentionally, and how that can help you support your thesis. So as we send you off to write today, you're basically digging deeper as you use descriptions of an author's craft as evidence. Look for parts of your writing that you can dig a little bit deeper on, and then go ahead and change those parts. Yesterday we worked on beginnings and endings, and a few days back in session 11 you flash draft this essay. Well, today it's time to fine-tune that essay by using certain descriptions and look in terms of what you left out or what you can add from the short story that you read. All right, we wish you well, and please get started.